baby, why is it from the 7 to the 8? How is it being difficult, if there is any?
Honestly, no. Mecca said the 8th Parliament has been more eventful.
Okay.
Also, I have served in the 7th Parliament. I have served in the 6th Parliament. 6th Parliament, na NDC, na one majority.
Yeah.
And it was less eventful. The NDC will have its way. At the time, I was combining being an MP and a deputy minister of education. Then we had the 7th Parliament, the 169, 109. The MPP had a clear majority. And I recall your frustrations, even when we have raised, and often, Assem Koba, to say PDS, for example, the concerns we had raised, said, look, you haven't done your due diligence well. Then it leads to a scandal. Mekai Ameri say, Ameri there at least eventually and Ghana will have lost about $1 billion. It was quite frustrating at that time. So who said, hey, we are going into a ditch, but one said. I believe that the time has come for us to take a second look at your constitution.
Okay.
Constitution, it's made one man too powerful. Into Ubia Sake up to the president, and they want to win favors with the president. And even where you can tell, sir, there we are president, the other parliament, is even going to affect even your party fortunes because you want favors. Constitution, let's say majority of ministers should be appointed from parliament. Many people come to parliament looking at the president for favors, and they see parliament also as a stepping stone.
Yeah,
where unlike other jurisdictions, people go to parliament to build parliamentary careers, and they want to be legislators all their life, so you can have people like Bernie Sanders, people like Nancy Pelosi, who Biden, who spent over 30 years building, legislative careers. Uba Ghana is more of a stepping stone
to becoming a minister.
And
even becoming a president.
It has really undermine, the influence, the strength, the force of parliament. Into coming into the 8th Parliament, I think we have an opportunity to rewrite the parliamentary history of our country, and so far, it's been positive. It's been the Ablakwa even the more is the additional history where for the first time you have a right honorable speaker who is not from the president's party. In SIDA. So you have a hung parliament, then you have a speaker who is not a member of the president's party. Until now, when the executive is bringing anything to parliament, they think twice. They do their due diligence more. They want to be sure, say, and because they know the consequences of just bringing things that are not well thought out. Now, having said that, the challenger may work with this 8th Parliament, and it's unfortunately for us, we still have key actors, key protagonists, or more operating with the same mindset of the 7th and 6th Parliament, of the old Parliament. People are not tuning themselves to the new reality. They are not waking up to smell the coffee. Actors say, we are in power. No matter what they say, we will have their way. And in Tiana, you are seeing the kind of friction, the kind of tension, and often it has degenerated into fisticuffs. And I regret it. Even though I never take part in those fights, where
were you though?
It affects all of us, as you can see, mini muscle be. I can only help with brain work, But on a more serious note, you see, we need to take steps about avoiding these scenes. And the only way to do that, and it's a young building consensus. Let's talk more. Let's be more sincere. Extreme partisanship, entrenched partisan positions, though. This is a time for nation building. This is a time the way Ghana for Atuabano. Ghanaians clearly want us to work together. Say the obebwa or minor. And nema obebwa or minor. And nona, as I say, you pursue. And I hope that lessons are being learned so that moving into this full second year, getting to the third year, and then the fourth year of the 8th parliament, we will do things differently, and we'll begin to see a more positive outcome.
But let me ask this: the development here, at the time President Akufo-Addo was president, what would have been the different strategy if say Nkai happen here and NDC time? What would have been the best strategy and Kamodebe go into this?
Honestly, hang parliament.
Yes.
And a speaker who from is in charge of the house from the other side, Unhia president or ye more conciliatory. President or reaching across the aisle. President or ye very warm-hearted. On so partisan. I honestly think that President Mahama and our President Mills will have done a better job. Or more natural disposition. That of, consensus, all-embracing posture. Oh, the Yemfa, the AC, and China, Yentinasi.
Father for all.
Yeah, father for all. But unfortunately, that's not how President Akufo-Addo is. His nature, I don't know whether because of the history and the background, having come from party position, having been an organizer, having been in the trenches, leading demonstrations and all of that, the temperament, a bit too, partisan. He doesn't really reach out. I mean, I thought, for example, sir, right from day one, when the election results were declared, I be clear, sir, we have a hung parliament, and we even believe, sir, we won the parliamentary, but Nema BAC or Techiman South, and other places, Savulugumo, and we are in court, so I wouldn't want to prejudice those matters. But when it became clear, say, you were hung parliament, I thought, say, wouldn't we knew you are the president-elect. I thought, say, he will have reached out to the opposition leader, his leading opponent in the 2020 elections, and will have said, say, let's come together. These speaker positions, Krano, menye greedy, me pesa me funny more candidate for speaker. Let's try and reach some agreements, some gentleman's agreements. We will have avoided Satokwana Esi.
Yes, but
midnight of January 6th. We'll have avoided it.
That would have been power sharing.
Which led to the delay. Yeah, and what is wrong with that? Ghanaians have voted for power sharing. No matter what you do, Ghana for a 2 year in the 2020 elections, a power sharing outcome, no matter how you want to look at it, particularly in parliament. When you have a hung parliament, it means because Niamani be we here 2/3 to have it pass. How are you going to do that if you don't reach across the aisle? Even on matters of simple majority, no crown. You have independent candidate or say Onemobeye Juma, which brings you to 138. But the numbers game no embuamo because ministers must work, they must travel, and people can fall sick. People can be admitted. There can be emergencies in people's constituencies. As I say, supervise it. Thinking, say, you still have the majority, the old mindset, the numbers game will not help. If I was in the shoes of President Akufo-Addo, right from Ansana Yabeko January 6 to go elect a speaker, I will have reached out. And it will take nothing away from me. It will make me less of a president. It won't hurt my pride. It will not. Rather, no. Improve it to show, say, this is somebody who is who is a nationalist or